You know, even if none of these rumors and Nintendo Switch leaks don't come true, we still have so much to see. Think about it, we could potentially have Metroid Prime 4, Breath of the Wild 2 gameplay, Splatoon gameplay, Bayonetta 3 release date, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet gameplay, and more. I mean, it's kinda crazy, right? I just can't wait for the June 2022 Nintendo Direct. What games are you looking forward to? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo-Chan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwood or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not. In this video, we are going to talk about some new Nintendo Switch leaks and rumors that include a sequel to Platinum Games' game, a Zelda game that could be shown at the June 2022 Nintendo Direct, and I'll give my reasoning on why I think that's going to happen, and some more info on Project Tree, which has leaked out from a retailer in Japan, which as an RPG fan, it really excites me. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment about today's topic. The more you do, the more YouTube pushes the video, and if you want to help me reach my goal of 900 followers on Twitter, you can follow me at RoboRob93. With that out of the way, let's talk about some fun stuff. So we are getting very close to the June 2022 Nintendo Direct. A Nintendo Direct that I am very excited for, and I'm sure all of you guys are excited as well. This Nintendo Direct will feature a ton of new Nintendo Switch games like Bayonetta 3, perhaps The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, and maybe, just maybe, if we are extremely lucky, Metroid Prime 4. And let's not forget about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and of course Splatoon 3, which I'm very excited. I've never played a Splatoon game, so I can't wait to get my hands on that. Overall, it's gonna be very exciting. Now, these new Nintendo Switch games have been officially announced by Nintendo and are expected to be at the Nintendo Direct for June of 2022 in some way, shape, or form, though I think Metroid Prime 4 specifically may not be at the Nintendo Direct. We'll have to see. But among the official Nintendo games for June of 2022 for that Nintendo Direct, we have games that have been leaked and rumored. Games like The Legend of Zelda 35th Anniversary games, or I guess it's just Zelda ports now since the 35th Anniversary is kinda dead in the water and has passed. But we also have that new Donkey Kong game by the Mario Odyssey developers as well, and so much more. With the June 2022 Nintendo Direct being so close, more Nintendo leakers and insiders are naturally gonna come out and say things about these games and other games that we don't know about. Which is exactly what happened with the new Marco Maro leak, who has a pretty spotty track record when it comes to Nintendo Switch leaks, but there are at least almost always 50% right when he talks about these Nintendo Switch leaks. So the first one we're gonna talk about is a game that was actually a huge hit among Nintendo fans from what I can tell, and that is Astral Chain. Now, New Marco Maro recently tweeted out a tweet about Astral Chain 2, and this is what he said. Apparently, Astral Chain 2 is in development and is coming next year. Now, if Astral Chain 2 is indeed in development and it is believed that it is coming next year, that means that we would see this at the June 2022 Nintendo Direct, which would make a lot of sense. If it is coming out next year, they're of course going to show it at this June Nintendo Direct. Now, this does really make me wonder if they're actually focusing on two games, Bayonetta 3 and Astral Chain 2. And moving on, we are going to talk about some words by New Marco Maro about a Zelda game, which seems to be everyone's favorite topic these days. Now, we know that Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed until spring of 2023, which leaves a Zelda spot for this year. Every year, Nintendo has a Zelda game, so there has to be something Zelda this year, whether it's the Wind Waker port, or the Twilight Princess port, or something else. Something else that we have covered on this channel before, and that is the remake of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. So to start this off, let's talk about New Marco Maro's first Nintendo Switch leak on this game, and this is what he said about The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons last year. As I stated a year ago, there is a remake of the Oracle of Ages/Seasons in the works, 2022 through 2023. There were plans to include a third game that was planned for the original Game Boy Color. What is clear, at least since the start, is that it will be separate releases. Now keep in mind that separate release part in the 2023 through 2023. That is very important to what we're going to be talking about very soon. And by the way, if you reached this part of the video, here's a cookie. And you know what, let's throw a Cosmic Brownie in there as well, because I am kind of craving Cosmic Brownies right now. Now fast forward a year later, if this is to be believed that is, this remake has plans for 2022 through 2023, which means the reveal for this game would be at that June Nintendo Direct. Now that Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed and the Zelda spot is open, this remake should be happening according to New Marco Maro. Fast forward to 2022, just a couple days ago, New Marco Maro is teasing the Oracle games again and saying choose wisely. Choose wisely would mean 2 different games because he said that they were planned for separate releases. Now, going down the rabbit hole a bit, it makes me think that we will have 2 versions of this game if this comes true. There is another option though, and I'll get to that soon. This would kind of be like the Pokemon remakes with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. We did have a choice between Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, or if you bought both. I know some people do buy both games. So maybe it'll be like that, but for the Zelda remakes. Now, if this is true, there is something that you have to consider when you talk about the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess games. Because if we are getting a remake for the Oracle of Seasons, I highly doubt we're going to be getting those ports of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. With that being said, if you guys want to know more about the Zelda games and why Nintendo treated the Zelda 35th anniversary like complete trash, click the top right corner of the video. And if not, let's move on to the next Nintendo Switch leak. So on one of the previous episodes of the Robotron show, we talked about Project Tree Tree, which is a game that was made up of devs from games like Xenoblade, Octopath Travelers, and Chrono Cross, and even Pokemon. If you guys watch this video right here, which holds a whole slew of recent Nintendo Switch news, I do cover it if you guys didn't know. Even more so now that some details about this have leaked out by an electronic retailer in Japan that includes gameplay mechanics, story, and more, so let's go over them. Key features: classic isometric action for the modern age, classic isometric action with the 90s era feel, polished for modern age. Or polished for the modern age, I mean. Feel excitement, elevation, and tension through 3 concepts of discovery. Discovery in battle. Fight in action-based battles by switching between a total of 8 weapons using the ring change system. Victory is determined not only by finding the enemy's opening and circumstances, but also by using the weapons that are weakest against them. Enjoy the battle style all your own by putting together your own combos, weapon upgrades, and effects. So this does sound really cool. It sounds like this battle system is in depth and it has a lot of customization and a lot of sides to it. Which is exactly what I love about all of these games, from Octopath Travelers to Bravely Default and so on. There are so many sides to the combats and lets you customize your characters and different ways of defeating enemies that I really like, and it rewards you for doing it at the same time. Those are the best battle systems in my opinion for RPGs that reward you for smart thinking. It's honestly one of the reasons why I love Final Fantasy XIII 2's battle system, because there is strategy to that game. Discovery on the field, with more than 60 area maps including lush forests, forests with glowing mushrooms, snowy mountains, desert, ice, and fire, with numerous treasure chests, cuttable weeds, breakable rocks, and paths not obvious at first sight. Dungeon exploration offers an endless sense of discovery. Tons of diverse mechanics will ensure that you not travel each map on a linear path, which again is something that I love about some RPGs. Now, some RPGs do have linear paths like 13-2, but the open paths are very fun to play too as well, especially when these paths have certain items or upgrades that you can use for your characters that make you powerful if you do the exploring. Discover in town. There are plenty of discoveries to be made via the people you meet in towns. You may even uncover treasures by talking to them. To discover the truth in this world, it is essential to hear out the stories of the oppressed people. And this is something that I actually like to do in RPGs and open world games myself. I love to talk to everybody. The reason why kind of stems from the Pokemon games, because in the older Pokemon games, if you talk to certain people, you would get certain items and TMs and Pokeballs and stuff. So that kind of naturally carried down through the years through other RPGs and games as well. Now that I think about it, Pokemon might be responsible for my problem of trying to finish everything on a map in open world games. Xenoblade 3 is going to take a while to finish for me. But overall, this sounds really amazing and I can't wait to play it. Everything that I hear from this description sounds really great and really fun. And that is the last and third topic for today. So what do you guys think? What do you think about this RPG? I think it sounds amazing. What do you think about the leak by Numa Komaro about Astral Chain 2? And of course the remake for The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons / Ages. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. And if not on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.